Hey, Matt Capell here with Capell Flooring and Interiors in the Boise area. Hey, I'm going to try to tackle this question we get asked pretty much on a daily basis when people are shopping for hardwood. It can be a little bit confusing, so hey, if you have any further questions, just comment below. Be sure to like or share it, and I will address it further, okay? So the question is, what's the difference between pre-finished hardwood, engineered hardwood, and sand and seal hardwood? And it's a really good question, and there's definitely pros and cons to each type of floor. And so I just wanted to kind of talk through some basics, and like I said, if you have any further questions, feel free to ask below and I will answer them for you, okay? So the biggest thing is what pre-finished engineered hardwood is, and this is an example of one right here. It's a nice pretty color. Is that the best way I can think to describe it is the top layer right here is the actual hardwood, so it's kind of like a veneer, right? And then the rest is usually some sort of pressed board, or when they do it like this, it actually adds a lot more stability to the floor. But this part right here is the actual only hardwood part of the floor. In this case, it happens to be a hickory, and this hickory happens to be stained. And so then as far as pre-finish goes, it just means that it's been finished at the factory or at the plant or the mill. Okay, so it comes finished. And then you can also get pre-finished wood that is a solid. And this is an example of this. We sell a lot of it. It's really pretty. But in this case, the wood is all the way through. So it's a full 3/4 of an inch. And in this case, again, it happens to be a hickory. But this is a pre-finished floor. So it's not, I mean, you could technically say it's engineered too, but not really. Engineers usually mostly when we just have the veneer. This is more what I call pre-finished. Pre-finished wood usually tends to have bevels in it, chatter marks or imperfections like this. The reason for that is if you make it completely flat and smooth at the plant or at a mill, it tends to almost look fake. And so this adds a lot of character and things to it. And then the last part is you have hardwood where we install it raw and we sand it, we finish it. In this case, this wood has been stained. And so this happens to be like a white oak that's been stained a chestnut color. And this tends to be more flat, although you can hand scrape it or change it, but this has been stained, so this isn't the natural color. So some of the pros to these different types of woods and just different characteristics. The nice thing about a 3/4 inch one that we install ourselves is that it can be refinished very easily. I like to joke that depending on the type of wood, like white oak takes stain really, really well. You know, let's say in 10 years everybody wants a purple floor. You never know, right? You could make this purple, right? And this will last a long, long time. North end of Boise, I mean, we've been refinishing floors that from the early 1900s, and they still look great. You just make them look brand new, okay? So the nice thing about when you get them like this, where they're pre-finished, is that it's kind of more what you see is what you get. And so for sure, you're going to be able to get this color. It's going to be pretty dang close, and that's nice. The other thing too about it on a engineered floor is they usually tend to be not as thick. In this case, it's 3/8 of an inch. Sometimes they go up to 9/16, but they're not usually a full 3/4. So, I mean, these are a few of the different things. But I think that's the best way to think of it. Just think of these ones, they're pre-finished, they come finished at the factory, done. When you come in, they can go right in. This has to be finished on site. And then if it's engineered, it has that veneer layer on top. And then the rest of it's some sort of plywood or pressed wood. So if you have any questions, please just comment below, and I will be sure to answer them for you. And hopefully this gives a little bit of clarity, makes you a better hardware shopper. Thanks so much.